Today, I present for your consideration the 2017 budget proposal for DuPage County government. And thanks to our Finance Chairman Paul Fichtner for his leadership in the budget process. I am very grateful to Paul Fichtner and our other Paul, Chief Financial Officer Paul Rafek, and his staff for their thoughtful approach as once again we've been asked to balance so many unknown factors in this budget's development. Thank you to all the county board members who participated in the process, as well as all the elected officials for their diligence and their budget recommendations. Before I outline my plan for FY2017, I'd like to lay to rest any concerns a recent article in Cronin Chicago Business may have raised when posed the provocative question, quote, "Is DuPage County over?" unquote. The obvious answer is DuPage isn't over. We're just warming up. I'll tell you what is over, though. I will tell you that what is over and what has been over for as long as I've been here. Waste is over. Unnecessary layers and duplication is over. Needless bureaucracy is over. Here in DuPage, we're finished with the same old approach to governance. Living within our means is our practice. Our mantra is limited government. Rating agencies may have a different business model, but here in our county, in DuPage, we have very limited authority to raise taxes. And you know what? That's a big plus to me and to our taxpayers. Once again, this year, our budget is going down. That's right, it's going down. Look around. Who else can say that they're getting the job done without raising taxes and lowering their budget? Who else? What other unit of local government cut taxes? We cut the county portion of the sales tax this year. Who else stands out as a model of excellence in county government? So much so that other counties are going to the legislature asking for the power to do what we do. Only DuPage. We're just warming up as a reform model. Accountability, transparency, efficiency, and effectiveness. Our race to excel is never over. And we do excel, despite what's called the Illinois effect. And you know that, the good news, bad news. The good news is we're in DuPage County. The bad news is DuPage County, Illinois. And Illinois, with their financial problems, have an impact on all of us. As you know, this is my 6th budget as chairman, and for the 2nd year in a row, we are called upon to create a spending plan without a fully funded budget from Springfield. In Springfield, there's been a lot of partisan bickering and inaction. No real solutions have been reached on some of the most important issues of the day involving state debt, state pension reform, and an unbalanced state budget. And amidst all of this, in DuPage, we still serve our residents. Each day we turn the lights on, we enter into contracts, we operate government, and we face head-on our challenges. Each day we provide value and excel on behalf of the taxpayers. Let me give you a few examples, please. DuPage consumers have $36 million back in their pockets this year because when we said the quarter-cent sales tax allocated to the Water Commission would sunset in 2016, we actually meant it. And we actually followed through on our promise. Go figure. A government that keeps its promise. We now have outstanding management at the DuPage Water Commission, which has been led faithfully since 2010 by Jim Zay. Jim, our taxpayers owe you thanks. Another important development this year, hand in hand with our residents, we eliminated one more unit of local government, bringing the total to 4. Together, the residents of the Century Hill Lighting District and the county concluded that DuPage County's Department of Transportation could take care of the streetlights and reduce a unit of government, providing the subdivision with better service, more accountable, more transparent. I call that a win. I think we've been incredibly successful this year partnering with other units of local government. We've celebrated several victories within our Accountability, Consolidation, and Transparency, or ACT initiative, which has resulted in savings for our residents. For example, 28 municipalities and 9 townships joined us in our annual purchase of road salt. The joint purchase price negotiated by our Department of Transportation is 20% lower than it was a year ago. I commend Transportation Chairman Don Pachowski and the Department of Transportation staff. We are reducing the cost of local government as we've achieved shared service agreements with the DuPage Forest Preserve District in the area of IT and GIS services and procurement. We're eliminating duplication in government service. That's another area of savings for the taxpayers. Together with our Election Commission Chair Kathy Ficker-Terrell and County Clerk Paul Hines, we will consolidate the operations of the DuPage Election Commission and our County Clerk's office. We will propose, for your input, a hybrid model that reduces administrative costs but preserves the independent, bipartisan function of the Commission as it presides over election disputes and receives feedback from the public. Most importantly, our new model preserves the unique transparency we currently provide to our citizens. DuPage County will lead the state, and perhaps the nation, as it develops and pilots its new criminal justice information system. This cutting-edge technology allows law enforcement, the state's attorney's office, the courts, and the jail to work from one electronic records management system that follows a case from arrest through its ultimate disposition. This new system, enhances public safety, and it represents unprecedented cooperation between the DuPage Mayors and Managers Conference and its member municipalities. All of us will reap the benefits of an enhanced information system while our taxpayers save millions. Thanks to Board Member Gary Grasso and our State's Attorney Bob Berlin for leading the charge to create efficiency and better communication among all the players in the criminal justice system. Now, while lawmakers in Springfield make no progress on reforming state employee benefits or pensions, I would remind everyone, including our own DuPage delegation, that we already successfully tackled this issue, passing benefit reforms more than 5 years ago. The board updated the county benefits policy to reflect standard practice in the public and private sectors. This package of reforms revised the way vacation and sick time accrue at the county and are paid to employees. Our reforms will save DuPage taxpayers at least $20 million over 20 years while maintaining a fair deal with our employees and supporting our ability to recruit and retain workers in an increasingly competitive job market. All of these accomplishments are a result of the course we set shortly after I took office in 2010. Accountability, consolidation, and transparency efforts have changed the culture and conversation in DuPage County government and are slowly influencing the thinking in our region and across the state, without a doubt. As I referenced earlier, one of the few bills that passed through the legislature this session with bipartisan support was House Bill 229 and was signed by Governor Rauner this past summer. It gives both Lake and McHenry counties the ability to replicate our DuPage model, which has been successful at reducing the footprint of local government. And we are leading efforts to help other counties adopt some of our practices for shared services, collaboration, and, when it makes sense, consolidating functions. And in 2017, we expect to begin renovation at the former DuPage Youth Home as we revamp that space to house the consolidated DuCom emergency dispatch system. Bringing DuCom here on campus provides emergency dispatchers optimal space, allows our emergency management services to share resources, and provides the county rental revenue for space that was previously vacant. That's another win. These are just a few of the accomplishments that we together have achieved in a year when state funding was unpredictable at best and non-existent in many cases. we have found a way forward. Throughout, we've experienced a disgraceful lag on payment for state commitments to our health department and our convalescent center, and to our DuPage nonprofit service providers supporting some of the county's neediest, most vulnerable people. Despite what can seem like overwhelming challenges, I am unwavering in my determination to serve our residents no matter what. We are able to do this because we optimize best practices and offer excellent community service for a very low cost, representing just 3% of the average property tax bill. Each year, our residents tell us through our annual budget survey what their priorities are as we create our budget blueprint. The overwhelming message is, keep property taxes as low as possible. And we have heard that, and we have responded to that. And as you know, in the past years, we have not increased the county portion of property taxes. But I have also outlined the many challenges that we face. The fact is, we will continue to see reductions in state revenues and potentially in some local revenues. As we adjust to this new fiscal reality, we will continue to find efficiencies here at the county. But DuPage residents also tell us that they rely on services and programs that provide basic care and fulfill our strategic goals as a county. And I remind everyone, we are in excellent financial position, one enjoyed by only the top 2.5% of all U.S. counties. So this makes it an ideal time to face some of the budgeting realities. One of the areas in which we excel is finding a balance between the revenues that we have and the promises that we make. To do so, we are guided by our strategic plan, which this board passed last year, championed by Strategic Planning Committee Chairman Kevin Wiley. I'll remind you of our 5 strategic priorities. 1, to offer our residents the highest quality of life possible, keeping people safe in their homes and maintaining our social service safety net for those in need. 2, we remain committed to careful financial planning and keeping a lid on costs. 3, we aim to improve our customer service at every turn, informing residents about our programs and services and making it easy to do business with and within our county. 4, we will build on the success of the ACT initiative and implement the principles of quality and leadership across government. And 5, as your county board chairman, I know I speak for the entire board when I pledge our commitment to strong economic development. Our latest figures show DuPage's unemployment rate sits at 4.5%, more than a full point lower than Cook County, our neighbor to the east. As careful planning and conservative spending serves us well, today we continue in that vein, putting forth what I describe as a maintenance budget proposal that takes into account potential reductions in state funding levels. This year, my spending proposal adds up to $433.8 million, which is 10.6 2016's budget. The largest single area of cost to all government entities, of course, is personnel. We've made significant movement in headcount, combining functions with our DuPage Public Health Department and consolidating their emergency management function with our Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Management. This merger reduced 3 positions at the Health Department and expands access to federal grants supporting campus-wide security protocols. The full-time budgeted headcount is 2,210 for FY2017 as compared to 2,270 when I took office 6 years ago. I thank our countywide elected officials and department heads who have made significant and thoughtful efforts to reduce headcount where and when it was possible and where and when it made sense. These efforts allow us to provide financial balance and allocate funds to some difficult issues that we face as a community. For example, I joined our state's attorney and coroner Rich Jorgensen in a news conference just a couple months ago in which we outlined a dangerous new twist in the heroin crisis here in DuPage County. Fentanyl, a powerful prescription pain medication, has now taken 13 lives in DuPage County. We've lost another 35 people this year to heroin and prescription pain pill overdoses. I know we all believe that even one overdose death is too many. Our fiscal year 2017 budget maintains $100,000 to fund initiatives of our DuPage County Heroin Coalition, including doubling the number of the RX Box safe medication disposal kiosks throughout the county. Eliminating unused medications and safely disposing of them is a very important step in preventing abuse and addiction. I know that we stand together in our goal to make DuPage County heroin-free. I am proposing a new program in this year's budget called Clean and Lean. Thanks to the leadership of Development Committee Chairman Sam Tornatore, this initiative will improve our unincorporated area neighborhoods by ridding them of dangerous, unsafe, abandoned, or uncompleted buildings when their owners refuse to or neglect to do so. We will allocate $50,000 to have our county crews remove, repair, or demolish these neglected buildings and clear the land for sale or development. We will eliminate these community eyesores, clean up the local environment, and immediately improve neighborhoods, benefiting local property owners. Our goal is to roll any proceeds from property sales back into the program so that eventually the project and the program becomes self-sustaining. Thank you, Sam Tornatore. Improving our communities, improving our neighborhoods, making a difference in the daily lives of our citizens, these are the things that motivate me as chairman. I know they motivate you. And I know these ideas motivate our county employees. I want to take a moment, please, to acknowledge the yeoman's work our employees are doing in sometimes very, very difficult circumstances. I meet our employees in the cafeteria regularly out in the county and in my monthly coffees with the chairman. It's my favorite thing to do. I'm always struck by the dedication, the devotion, enthusiasm, the ingenuity our employees bring to work with them each day. Recently, I spoke to Mike Houston in Public Works. Mike Houston in Public Works, who beamed as he told me about his work helping municipal public works crews save towns money, working together as they operate water and sewer systems more efficiently. I met with Clay Spurlock at the Convalescent Center during the time my own father was suffering with Alzheimer's, and we discussed how important his job as a social service coordinator is to the families that are facing end-of-life crises with one of their beloved family members. And I talked to Anna Verona Doramal, a case manager with Community Services. What a wonderful person who helps families in poverty achieve self-sufficiency. Isn't that what we're all about? I want to commend these three folks. I know I can never express how much their dedication inspires me each day, and I would ask you all to give these folks a round of applause. So let's keep it up. The program I've outlined for you is one of fiscal restraint and responsible use of taxpayer dollars. When so much remains unsettled with our state finances, here in DuPage, we are steady. We offer our residents, 1, a healthy environment, 2, great schools, 3, an excellent business climate, and 4, safe communities that continue to draw new residents from all over our nation. Here in DuPage, we are a non-home rule county with limited government and limited ability to raise taxes, focused on spending less and putting more money in our residents' pockets, and you know what? We're just fine with that. As we prepare for the year ahead, I am privileged to lead a county that excels today and faces tomorrow's challenges head-on and thoughtfully plans for the future. Thank you very much for this opportunity to present the budget, and I really enjoy working with all of you. We have a fabulous team. God bless.